Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 207. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside two fresh Crash. How are you, Crash?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Fix?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm a bit sick. I'm back from EGX, as I'm sure people can tell from the title of this episode. But yeah, I'm sick. But apart from that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
How was EGX?
We'll get to that. Yeah, it was good.
I'm
It was
asking if you had fun. I'm not
top
asking,
level.
like,
Top
any
level.
details.
All right, top level. Yes,
Okay.
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay.
It was enjoyable time. But we'll get into more details about that in a second. God damn it! How have you been?
Okay. I've been good. I've had a tune stuck in my head.
A tune stuck in your head, eh?
Yeah.
I will edit this out, Crash. I told you before the show. Yes, I told you yesterday. You're not singing this song on this podcast.
I didn't sing any song. I'm just letting people know that a song exists. And if they want the song to be heard on the podcast, just write in.
We
write in
both
what
know
the
that's.
song.
I'm safe.
Yeah, 'cause nobody's gonna write
We both
in.
know that's not
Oh,
happening. It's perfect.
If you guys want to torture Fix, write in.
Nah,
And when you guys request the tune, also ask a question, maybe.
that is fine. That's
Just
all good. We're good.
One stone.
You've shot yourself in the foot here because there's no way they're gonna write
Okay,
it.
first
So
of all,
I'm good.
Fix, you don't know that I'm not gonna make a bunch of fake accounts and just send a bunch of messages like we want.
You
the
think
tune.
I won't
We
know?
want the tune.
But Bob Marley 69 has just like what the hell? I'm like I know.
No,
I know people
it's
that
gonna
listen
be
to
more
this
like
show.
Sean Carter 420, bro.
Sean Carter, at least now I'd recognize that as well. Like
I know you would.
whatever.
You know,
Shut
it
up.
was a joke.
Bad
Fix, you know?
joke. Bad joke. All right.
Okay, whatever you say.
Remember, you can get the show early over on patreon.com/mcfix. I'm not sure you would want to, but you can. You can find us on all podcast services, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, and many, many more. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/myxboxandme. There will be clips on there soon, but one day, I don't know. I really don't know what's happening. We've been a bit busy, so we'll figure it out. And don't forget to rate us on iTunes. Events this month. Obviously, EGX is now over. Game night is supposed to be happening on the 26th. I've heard nothing from Little Smitty, so I'm worried. I don't know if it's happening or not. I don't know if he's too busy. I don't know if he's not busy. I don't know what's going on. So, is it happening? I think so. But I don't know.
Maybe.
It's a hot maybe. It's a hot.
Let's keep it at a hot maybe.
I'm not here. So, unless you're willing to take charge of it, Crash, I'm not here. I'm in Essex. I'm at a wedding. So, are you willing to commit and be like, okay, twitch.tv/Kreshnik is the place to be to watch the community, My Xbox and Me community game night. Are you going to take this responsibility?
Well, what is that? The 26th? I don't know, man. I'm 26. I'm pretty busy, bro.
That just
wait. What does that come up as? Is that like?
It's a Saturday.
It's
a Saturday.
I honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. That'd be like on the dad beat. I'd figure out if I had to do
Well,
it,
Little Smitty, it's all down to you then, sir. I am not here. I'm in Essex. I'm away. I'm at a wedding. I am at a wedding. So I'll be watching if it is streamed somewhere. But if not, then I won't be there. If only I had xCloud. I could play via that. But I don't have that. But somebody does, and we'll hear from them in a little bit. Don't forget, I will also be at XO 2019 on the Thursday night where they are recording the live event, and then again on the Friday night to hang out. So if you want to be there, 14th of November and the 16th of November, you want to chill with me, I think I'll be meeting up with F. I get his name wrong all the time. It's Paul, but I think it's FHL. FN. What?
FNH.
FNH. Again, he needs to just change that to Paul. He needs to just get Paul.
He's not gonna get Paul anywhere.
How do you know?
Where are you gonna get Paul?
How do you know? He might get Paul on.
I can't get Crash.
He might get Paul on TikTok or something. You don't know.
No way.
Nah, you're right. No way. No way. You're right.
Not Paul.
No, you're right. I just
That's
got
no
MC.
offense to his
I just
name,
got
it's
MC
just-
Fixer on TikTok, just so everyone's aware. Go follow me on TikTok.
Congrats.
Yeah, go follow me on TikTok.
Congrats.
TikTok's the place to be right now. Did you know that?
You were telling me that the other day.
It's the truth because Facebook engagement's gone, Instagram engagement's gone, TikTok's the place to be. So you will catch me making content on TikTok soon. One day.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
This is still your regular content, just on TikTok.
Oh, I'm not making TikTok content.
Yeah,
I'm making my normal
I just
content.
wanted to clarify for the
I mean,
listener.
that's not entirely true. Me and Haley had a little meeting the other day. It was like, how do we make our content TikTok worthy? So we was watching. I was watching TikTok on my iPad the other day. I'm like, damn, this is really for a young audience. But if you can get them,
So that means you're gonna start doing the all the TikToks.
No, I'm not gonna be doing the
you're gonna do the
weird,
Overwatch
and all the dances. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
The
There's so
Overwatch
many
one.
different
What's the
forms of
Overwatch
food,
one?
I forget what it is. I saw it like a million years ago.
I don't know. I shouldn't have
I'll
ignored
send it to you.
TikTok as long as I had. That's my problem. But I got my name. That's the important part. No Patreon producer this month, so let's jump into topic of the show, Crash. EGX 2019 round up. What do you want to know?
What was the best game you saw?
Ooh, the best game I saw was probably Cyberpunk. It was a 45-minute demo, hands off, wasn't able to play it. I think it was the same demo they showed at Gamescom, behind closed doors. This is the behind closed doors demo. I was lucky enough, I went and saw it twice, actually. I went and saw it once with Mr. Midas, who I was working with for a couple of days over at EGX, and then I went and done it myself, because I already booked in with Bandai, for another event, and then when they showed Haley it. Both times, the game absolutely blew me away. Like...
Okay.
I knew what I was getting. Like we've seen the gameplay. We knew, but the way they presented the game is, I've never had a game presented to me this way. So like they put us all in this theater. People could queue up as well, but I got to go in for press, so I got to go in a little bit earlier, sit down, relax. It's in like this. It was in this like little theater thing on the show floor, but it must have held about 250, 300 people. And they had this giant screen, and it was someone playing the game. And the way they presented it was just, obviously they had Holly Bennett talking us through do you know who Holly Bennett is? She works at CD Projekt now anyway. So she used to be a part of PlayStation Access. Yeah. So she was talking us through the scenario and what was going on and building the world, and just the way she was describing everything was just amazing. And then like the gameplay, the gameplayer did a great job of, you know when like you watched E3 demos and they're like the slow pan across the world, and they did all that, but it felt really good like watching it, and the world is that beautiful that you're kind of like, oh man, this is amazing. This game, I'll be honest with you, I know next year's packed already with like phenomenal games that we're going to be getting, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, this, amongst many others, but I can't see anything touching this. Like generally I can't. Like I was expecting, obviously, Keanu Reeves, I was expecting him to just be a voice in your head, like, constantly, but I forgot what world we were in. So, when it's described, it was described that he's a voice in your head, right? So you would just assume it's just going to be VO in your head as you're going through playing the game. If it's anything to go by from this demo, he's not just VO, he's a hologram. So you'll be doing a mission, and he'll be sitting on the side like a guardian angel type thing, but he's like standing on the desk, and he's just like, go on.
Kind of how like the Joker was in Arkham Knight.
I guess so.
When you turn corners, just kind of like that, where he's there but not really there.
Yeah. So the demo opened up for us. Again, I'm sick, by the way, so if you think my voice is weird or something like that, I am, and if I sneeze and cough, I apologize. But yeah, the demo opens up and they're like, hey, we've put this point here. This is not what the normal game's going to be like, which was then the customization. It looked fine. I mean, it looks like a typical customization screen, if I'm being honest with you. Nothing out of this world, but that was just a limited amount what they showed us. They play as a default character. We saw so many different scenarios. It's crazy. So we played as V. Obviously, you've got the female protagonist as well, as you can play either or. And then they showed us 3 different builds. Obviously, you've got the street kid, you've got the corporate, and then there's another one. I can't remember what that one was called. So they were playing it as corporate. So we played as V corporate, and they showed off 2 different play styles. One was hacking, and one was a strong build. So like you're ripping open doors. So the way they did this, they didn't. So as they show in the demo, you're like, okay, cool. So you go through, they're hacking, different scenarios, different you pick different perks, so you have different dialogue options and stuff like that. So all that already is blowing me away. I'm like, wow, this game looks amazing. It seems super in depth. It's super boom. And then we get to a certain part of the demo, and they hack a camera, and they're like, okay, so we did this scenario like this, but what we're going to do now is we're going to show you the opposite way. So they change to the other build mid-demo, and then as a different character, like they use a little bit of magic sort of just to show you as in the demo. And then they go and take that exact same scenario, but play it totally differently. So instead of hacking the cameras now, they just walked up to this door and just tore open the door.
Okay.
So then they have this whole different way of doing things. And it was just like, the game was presented in such a way that I was like, I felt like there's clearly probably going to be about 3 different options. You would have thought, because there's 3 different builds, right?
Right.
But it just felt larger than life. Everything felt so big, and like the way they were presenting it was like, all right, we could do this, but you could do, like me and you, we could do this, and we could upset this guy, which could then cause a whole another event to happen, which means you could be playing the exact same game and not even experience half the same stuff that we did. Where I didn't feel like Witcher was like that. Witcher was very much, here's your story, your Geralt story, here it is, enjoy the game, it is big, it's open, it's amazing, cool. Right. Where this feels like it's all of that, plus, not to the same type of game, but like Telltale, where it's like, we're going to get the same outcome at the end, I'm sure, which is either we save the world or we die, like type situation, yeah? But we are colouring it in very differently, where it's like, oh, what happened to this person? Oh, I shot him. I didn't care about him. I shot him. Oh, I didn't do that, and now I've got him with me here. It was just very much, it was so interesting watching it, where I was like, I knew this game was going to be good, but I just can't see anything being better.
So, if that game came out this year, or Resident Evil 2 came out that year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't played that from what I've seen.
But from like the expectation you have for it,
I think this would be better than Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
If I have,
That's
if I'm being
really big,
I'm being objective. If I was being objective, yeah, because just the sheer Resident Evil 2 is an amazing game. Don't get me wrong. It's a great game. It's my game of the year so far. But if this dropped, this looks like a, you know when they're like, oh yeah, it could be 100 hours. I feel like this game could be 300 hours. Like generally, it could be if I wanted it to be.
I mean, the way you're also like talking about it, the way they showed it to you is that like you have 3 very distinct playthroughs, but even in those times, everything will just
to be
what decision where you make everywhere.
Yeah. To make it very clear, they only show 2 of them. I'm assuming there's 3 because there's 3 different play styles. But yeah, it was just a case of, man, you can. They said you can play the whole game and not kill a single person if you want to.
The whole thing.
The whole game can be played and you not kill a single person. Obviously, you're knocking people out. You can put them in dumpsters, stuff like that, but you're not actually killing them. And then, like, I even saw it because I was paying attention, where it's like they put the cursor over the character, and it was like, oh, you could totally shoot this guy. He's just knocked out. Like, he's gonna come back.
Got it.
So
it's kind of like the Metal Gear Solid thing when you knock.
Exactly. So yeah, you can finish this whole game without killing someone. They said it is seamless across each part of the world, apparently. We had loading screens due to the fact of it was a demo and they're trying to speed it up. But like there's this moment where you finish a mission and then you get in a car and they show the loading screen, but they were like, no, this will be seamless.
Got it.
So it was, dude, I knew it was going to be good. And obviously the expectations that we've already set for this game are ridiculous, but it went above that for me, where I'm like, I never really thought I needed a steampunk world game, and like that's not really my genre usually. Like it's not really what I'm usually into. But I'm like, wow, I would love to. I can't wait to just play this game and not. You know, I feel like that's one thing I think that's happened to me since I've been in the industry, where I'm so focused on beating games, where sometimes I lose the enjoyment of the game sometimes, because I'm trying to beat it so quickly. I can't wait for this game, for me to come on this podcast every week for the next 20 weeks, and be like, yeah, I did this, and yeah, I did
Another
this, and
cyberpunk story.
there
Yeah.
I did this, and this happened, and that happened, and yada 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 yada. And I really feel like that's what they're going for, and that's what they've created. And I can't wait.
Okay.
Cannot wait. Yeah. Other than that, I play Streets of Rage 4. As some people will know, I was very, very, very critical of Streets of Rage 4 when the demo dropped, due to the fact that I didn't like the art style. I am willing to say I was wrong. And playing the game for itself, it is Streets of Rage. That is what it is. If you like Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, you're going to enjoy Streets of Rage 4. The art style looks way better in person than it did in the trailer for me. And I do think it looked like that. It still got that charm about it, which is what I cared about. So there's not much more you can say. It's a side scroll and beat 'em up. But playing it just brought back joy for me, because I was like, oh, okay. I could totally imagine like going to my dad and be like, hey, they just brought this game out. You haven't played a game in how long? And he would just pick it up and instantly be like, oh, it's so familiar. But it is new. So very, very happy with that. I got to see Death Stranding, which we're not going to talk about on this podcast because probably no one cares. All I will say about that is I'm more confused now than I ever was. And I got to play Avengers.
Ooh. Okay. Hit us with that one.
As I wear my Avengers shirt that they gave me, I am unhappy to report that I don't think this is going to be great. I think this is going to be okay. It's going to be good. But
So
none of the characters feel amazing. I'm not, as you know especially, I'm not a huge Batman fan. But
yeah.
I feel like this is the problem with this game, where this is what they should have done with these games. They should have literally, even if it was just Square that was producing them, each character should have had their own game, then they made this game. Which, that sounds like a lot of work, and obviously it would take a lot of time. I understand that. But the problem is none of them feel amazing. They all feel okay. So, 4 feels okay. Iron Man feels awful. Awful.
Do you think it's just because of the demo bit, or just
maybe because it's a tutorial? I'm playing that literally, you know that beginning portion tutorial where they showed all that gameplay. That's literally what I played, and I just I want it to be good. I really, 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 really do, but I generally think it's just gonna be okay.
Okay. I mean, you mentioned Batman, and I don't think
That's the comparison to this game,
right? But I would never compare these two because they're not trying to be the same game, and I would never expect a game that lets you.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because what I played in its combat, I feel like that's kind of what they're going for.
I don't know. From everything I've seen about the game, and mind you, you've seen more than me, so maybe that's it.
Well, it's it's that case of like it feels very much like they're trying to be combo based without the counter meter of it. And obviously, with Thor you can throw his hammer, and with Hulk they have their own styles, but just none of them feel that good.
But you also don't have all the characters' abilities and all that stuff as well.
Very true. They're going to progressively get better and yada yada yada. No, I totally get that, but I can only go off what I've played.
Right,
like the best character I played was probably Black Widow, and she looks the worst. Like her hair texture looks awful. Thor's hair textures on his beard look awful. It doesn't look good aesthetically, which I'm hoping this is the E3 build, so I'm hoping it's going to look so much better when the game comes out. But I have said that so many times about games, and it just doesn't change, which sucks. But
Does that game have a release date yet?
I think this year, or is it next year? No, it must be next year. Can't be this year. I don't know. We have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Keep going.
Yeah, for me, it's just a case of Black Widows. I don't know if this is spoilers, so warning, spoiler territory. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. The fight with Taskmaster that you have with Black Widow is really fun and enjoyable, and I really enjoyed that part of the game. And she feels very much Lara Croft, Tomb Raider-esque. That's sort of how she plays, with a little bit more fist-to-fist combat. But everybody else, like I say, Thor felt fine. Throwing the hammer felt fine. Everything was fine, but it just doesn't feel amazing, which sucks.
Okay. I don't know. for me personally, I would never expect a game with an ensemble cast to ever, for any one character to ever feel as good as something like
No,
Batman.
I agree with you, but that is what we got to compare it to. That is. There's nothing that if you're comparing this, you have to. What are you going to compare this game to otherwise?
But why would you compare it to Batman? Because I don't think the two games are trying to go for the same thing or the same feel.
From in what regard? Because
gameplay wise,
okay, from what I played, it feels very much like that's what they're trying to do, but in its own Avengers type way. I get that it's not on the ground. Like obviously, Batman's more on the ground, throwing fisticuffs. But like I said, the characters don't feel. They feel super generic, man. That's what I think upsets me. It's if I was to. And don't get me wrong, like you said, this is a bare-boned Thor. It's a bare-boned Iron Man. It's a bare-boned Hulk. It's a bare-boned Captain America. It's a bare-boned Black Widow. I get that. But it just feels average. It feels like a 3D version of Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
That's what it feels like, which is, alright, tap, 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 I push the other button. Tap, 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 push the other button. In this demo, I never felt at risk for my life. Which, again, it's a tutorial demo, so you probably shouldn't. It is showing you the mechanics of each of these characters. Hulk felt good, if I'm being honest. Like, I enjoy playing Hulk because his whole thing is just smashing, which is cool. But yeah, it just something didn't work for me. Not to say I don't think this game isn't going to be good. I do think it's going to be good. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be great. I think it's going to tell for me, an average to good story. The gameplay is going to be average to good, and then the end gameplay loop, we will find out. But it's not going to be anything more than that, in my opinion.
And they also said that the campaign's single player only.
So,
right?
as far as I'm aware, the campaign is single player only. Then you have these other separate missions that you get to pick who you want to be, and then. But we can't play the same character as far as I'm aware. It's the case of like we can't both be Hulk. So if I want to level up my Hulk,
we both want to work on a Hulk.
We can't play together, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
So it's just, I mean, in a world that we have God of War, in a world that we have Batman, again, and I'm not a DC fanboy or anything like that. It's like that's what I'm expecting from these type of games. Like a AAA Avengers game is meant to feel good. It's meant to feel weighty and amazing, and it just doesn't. It generally doesn't. Like, I didn't enjoy playing Iron Man, and that sucks. Like, it's just like he's flying around and like boom, boom, boom. Nothing felt right. Nothing felt weighty. Nothing felt real. It just felt very there, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just the tutorial, and maybe the full game is better.
Again, this is strictly off of 25 minutes of gameplay in a tutorial that I have no other context for, which is I'm just dropped in, here you go, play the game. That is my opinion on that. What else did I play? Again, I didn't really play much. I'll be honest with you. Like EGX this year was very, very, very interesting for me because I was working.
Final Fantasy 7.
I didn't go play Final Fantasy 7. You're correct. It won't matter on this podcast anyway because it's not coming to Xbox. But,
right, correct. I forgot.
But yeah, it was EGX this year was more about talking to brands. So I talked to a lot of brands, a couple of community meetups. Shout out to Paul as well. Me, Paul, Haley, and Tom all went for dinner Saturday night. We went to TGI's and got a dinner, which was lovely. It was dope. Like I had a really good time at EGX this year, but not for the games. The show itself was pretty bare bones. We're definitely at that end of generation life cycle where there was no Xbox. Xbox are next month and got their own event. No Ubisoft. Sony was showing Dreams and Medieval. Obviously, the big game they had there was Final Fantasy. Doom was there, but I wasn't queuing up 5 hours to play Doom. So it was just I was just like, okay, cool. I'm there to network and not really play games. So the little bit that I did get to do was interesting, to say the least.
Do you think next year, if Microsoft does XO every year, right?
Yes.
Is in the same time slot? Like same time of the month?
Yeah, well, they do one a month, don't they? It's usually around the end of the month.
Okay.
Every month.
Got it.
But they don't always do the special ones. Remember, they did the New Mexico one, which was a special one.
Like
the London one is a special one. I got a feeling like by the time we get to next year, it will be a US one, the special.
And do you think it'll be in November again as well, though?
Depends when they haven't put when the console comes out holiday, right?
Yeah.
So they want to put information out in October. Yeah, I mean, so it depends when the release date is. Usually looking at probably October, November. If the release date is November, when did the Xbox One come out? One really, I've got it. Release date. Yeah, it's depends. November 22nd.
Got it.
So
okay.
next year, let's have a look at this realistically. Yeah, 2020 November. So it's going to release on a Friday. So really, they're either going to release it. I could be totally wrong about this. I could be talking totally out of my butt. But it's either going to be the 20th of November or the 27th. So you would have thought they would want to do if they release it in November, which means they're probably going to want to do an event on. If it comes out in November, they're going to want to do an event in October.
Okay.
But I think that big event will be in the US. They won't do that in the UK or Mexico, or it's going to be in a market they want to dominate.
Right.
Because PlayStation already dominate in the UK.
Yeah.
And yeah, I generally think it'll be a US event. So
that makes sense. No, that makes sense. I'm just curious if Microsoft will be at EGX next year then.
yes,
If they have an event around the same time.
Yeah, I think they will.
Okay.
Because I think it's a case of once they've already got with this event, it's different, right? Because they're doing their own thing. They want to make their own. Unless they make a London event yearly, which I don't think they will, they're gonna have to be at EGX because they're gonna want to show off the new piece of hardware.
Got it. Oh, so you think it's only because they were in London this year that they're not?
100%. Yes, it's a
Got it.
case of
Okay,
they're
that
doing
makes
their
a
own
lot of
event. The event hasn't sold out, so it's a case of maybe the people that wanted to see Xbox stuff. They're like, oh, we went to EGX, but they weren't there. Okay, now I'll buy more tickets and go to this thing because I didn't get to see Xbox. Where like next year it won't. It might be, but it shouldn't be the case, and they need to get as many eyeballs as they can on their product next year. So, like, not being funny this year, I don't know what I'm expecting at the XO event. Like, what are they really going to be showing that's Xbox related that's new? I don't know.
Yeah. It has, like, you have to think about it. It's gonna be xCloud and the new Xbox.
It's gonna be xCloud, obviously. I don't know if it's gonna be the new Xbox. I don't think it'll be the new. I don't think they'll announce that at XO. Like, it just.
And what do they have at XO? They have to have
Fable.
Maybe Halo gameplay.
Fable,
maybe.
I think they announced Fable there. Like, maybe not no gameplay, but definitely like a title, like anything that's gonna get people hype. Like, I'm interested to see what this show on the Friday night is gonna be like, though. Because what is there going to be to do at this thing? I can't wait. It's going to be so interesting. I already know one game that's there, but it's a little indie game where I'm like, that's an interesting... Because I was at EGX, I was like, oh yeah, we're at XO, and I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, didn't fill me with joy, because I'm like, I'm expecting, like, Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be interesting. It should definitely be interesting. To say the least. Let's get into Fix's Sack, though, speaking about xCloud. And this email comes in from Ricky, and it says this. So far, my experience with xCloud is based off how the stream handles between Wi-Fi and mobile data. For context, real quickly, I asked Ricky to email in because neither me or Kresh I don't think you got an email, right?
I got an email asking to confirm what carrier I have, and then I got no response.
Got you.
Either way, I don't have an Android, so.
Got you. Okay, yeah. I didn't get any email. I got nothing, so I asked Ricky to email in because he's been playing with it. So here we go. So far, my experience with Project xCloud is based off how the stream handles between Wi-Fi and mobile data. Out of the games that are currently available, I've only played Gears 5. When using Wi-Fi in my house that I currently have, I'm able to get a good picture along with no input lag. But when I use mobile data from my wireless carrier, that's where it tends to get mixed results. Depending on the area, there's a time where it actually works, and then it doesn't work at all somewhere else. I will get a bad picture lag. Input output is horrible, and it makes it pretty much difficult to play a game when it's a spotty connection. Also, loading into a game doesn't take long, but it's not as quick either. So far, I've been enjoying my time with Project xCloud's preview and looking forward to trying Halo and Killer Instinct with this. With this being a preview, I'm hoping for a probably an announcement of sorts at XO19 to add more games from its first party lineup. Forza seems reasonable, or maybe from a third party, but here's hoping. From Ricky Ruiz. Ricky, thank you so much for emailing, dude. It sounds as if it's exactly what I was expecting, if I'm honest with you, which is via Wi-Fi. It works pretty seamless. And then it's going to be down to the data getting transmitted to the mobile, whether it's going to work well, which makes...
So that just depends where you are,
It depends. Like, I know there's a certain area, when I get the bus into where I get my haircut, there's a certain area where my Wi-Fi, my data always drops out. Like, I'm not expecting that to work, obviously.
Right.
I'm glad that it works, though. Oh, especially even if it's just Wi-Fi for now. I'm glad that it works. I don't know if you guys have got 5G, but we're getting 5G over here at the moment. Like, my provider just rang me up like, hey, congratulations, you're eligible for 5G. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hopefully the infrastructure is getting better with time around the world.
Hopefully.
So hopefully that will help with xCloud. Yeah, I mean, man, I really want to play with it.
Yeah,
especially being sick at the moment. I'm like, I could totally be in bed playing something, like
in bed playing Gears of War.
Yeah, or anything, like anything, like especially like grinding games. If you had to grind out, like, I don't know, if we was playing Destiny and I had to grind out something, like that's just what the perfect example. Like Discord chat you on my phone, headphones in, like not professional, just like done.
Yeah. You guys heard it here first. Fix wants to play games with me while he's laying down in bed.
Jesus, you always take it to a weird place.
No, I don't. This is literally what you said. I'm just putting it into context.
I mean, sure, fine. If that's what you want to do,
I'm putting you in the room that you said you were in.
Thank you. In the bed that I said I was in.
I'm just helping build the image for the listeners at home.
Okay, got you.
So that they know, they like can fully visualize.
I mean, I can turn my camera and get in bed for you right now if you want. I'll just podcast from the bed if that's really what you want. Like,
let's go.
Imagine. Are you excited? Are you still excited for xCloud?
I'm not excited for it. I like, just for me personally, I don't see how many opportunities I will have to use xCloud.
Got ya.
I'm not like, when I'm on the go, I prefer listening to music as opposed to playing games. And maybe with xCloud that changes. But also, like, I have my Switch and I only play that docked. I don't take that out in handheld mode as well. So I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's jump into what's been in our box, Crash. What have you been playing?
Destiny 2.
Is that it? Is that all you've been playing? Because I've played that as well now, so we'll do that last. Oh, okay. Yeah, but we were talking about that though, right?
Did we talk about Fortnite?
That was last
week. It came literally as we were recording it, it got released. And then we played it afterwards.
Oh, you're right. All right, we'll start there then. Fortnite. What do you think of Fortnite Chapter 2?
It's Fortnite.
Unfortunately.
I don't like think it's that. Like, there's cool changes. Like, I like the whole fishing thing that you can get the health fish and the shield fish. It seems like they made a really big effort to make sure, like, hey, everybody can get topped off. It's not really all about luck.
Yeah.
But it's more Fortnite. I can't build. I got into my first match. It was mostly a match with bots, and I get like 14 kills. There's 4 people left. I run into the first guy that can build. He builds a ramp, some walls, and he kills me. Done. Like nothing super fancy, just super basic level. I'm like, oh, okay. I forgot this is my level. This is like as far as I can go.
Yeah, it's a shame. I love everything they did to change it.
Yeah.
I really do. I love the leveling system. I love the fishing. I love literally everything they added to that game. I love the graphics look better. Literally, there's nothing I can say bad about it other than the fact that I am bad at the game.
Yep.
And then that's it. That's what makes me not play it.
Too much stuff pops on your screen as well.
No, I don't care about that. I actually, that is... I don't mind the gamified part of it now.
No, right. I agree, but it's the whole box that stays there with all your medals that barely ever goes away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. That's one thing I could critique, but
yeah,
still,
yeah, it's all the changes are generally positive. Even that, like when we first got in, I enjoyed the fact that I was leveling up and I was getting medals. I just wish they kind of made it disappear after a second.
Got you. Yeah,
or the ability to turn it off completely. But.
I think toggling it would be nice. Just to be able to toggle it on and off would be cool. But yeah, I'm the same as you. The bots are added. The bots are added, and as much as I dislike the bots, I get it, and it worked for me because I actually felt more accomplished because I was actually killing something.
Yeah.
But it makes it that more apparent when you come up against someone that knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, I'm done.
It's such a more.
I'm done.
I feel like anybody who wants to learn the game with bots, it becomes more difficult to learn the game.
Well, yeah, because you're not playing against actual people, so you're not actually having those legitimate fights. And
in your mind, you lost, but in your mind, it's like, oh, I got 7 kills, and then I died. I was clearly doing something right in those 7 kills, even though bots will hit a wall once and then stop hitting it with their pickaxe out. They don't even switch to a gun right away.
The bots are really bad. Like, really bad. Which, I have been killed by a bot, just so everyone's aware.
I was about to bring that up.
No, yeah, I definitely got killed by a bot. No. Not a bad player, an actual bot. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because all they have to do is change one thing in that game, and I'll play that game a lot.
No building.
Not no building, but just bring back the small builds that they had.
Yeah.
Because imagine, I think it was 50 materials. 50. That's all it is, because then you can't build. I don't mind even people building on top of me, because I can sort of maneuver underneath them and make them come down.
Yeah.
But it's when you go, slap her out, boom, dead. Like, that's usually what happens. And I'm just like, oh, this is not fun. This is not fun. Like, I don't understand why they put a limited time mode in. Why not just have a mode in it that allows it for people? Sure, there's people like us out there that would play this game a lot more if I'd buy a battle pass.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I like the game. If they made this change, I would buy a battle pass, definitely.
Yeah. I just think they don't want to fracture their community.
That's 100% what it is. But they already do that a little bit with Arena, with having the top players.
That's exactly why they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I think. If they have Arena. They have a mode for the hardcore and they have a mode for the casual. You can't have a mode for the super casual.
Super casual. Yeah, you're right. No,
I agree with you. I'd play it a lot more if there was no building.
But that's not the life we live, unfortunately. That's not the life we live. Anything other than that you played, other than Destiny?
Oh, no. I didn't play any Game Pass games this week.
Boo!
Let you guys down.
Shame. For shame.
I downloaded Guacamelee 2 to play it, and I just never played it.
That's co-op.
You saying you want to play it with me?
No.
While you lay down on your couch?
No, it's my bed, not a couch. Come on.
My bad.
Come on. Get right. No, I don't want to play with you.
Okay. Well. Okay.
I'm sure someone will. I'm sure someone will, but I will not. Okay? Just so we're both aware.
I'm making changes.
What else have I played? I haven't played anything. I play a bit of FIFA. But other than that, dude, it's the perfect not thinking game for me right now. Yeah. Where I can hop on. All my team this year, I don't know whether I've paid attention more or they've made a conscious effort to give me more coins. So I never feel robbed for my time, as of lately.
Got it.
Which is really good. Playing a little bit of NBA as well, which is the same sort of thing. But I bought the deluxe edition, or whatever it is. So I hadn't. My character's actually 87. Like, I've never had a character So I've never had a character ever out of like 70, because I've usually just played the career mode and then that's it. I don't go on the streets and all that. Okay. I have a character that's 87. I'm like, maybe I get him up to 99 and go play online. And I'm like, oh, actually, I see people playing. I watch a bunch of streams and people got their hands up trying to block balls. I'm like, how'd you do that? I'm like, wow, this game is way more in depth. Like, if you want to be good at that game, you need to do the training. Actually,
there's a lot of stuff you can do in those.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. So
that's funny.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, like you said, I bought Destiny Shadowkeep. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I keep calling it Forsaken. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah, bought Shadowkeep. Played it with you yesterday for 3 hours. I don't know what's going on. That's not true.
Of course.
That's not true. That's not true.
What's going on.
I don't know what's going on. I don't understand the story. But to be fair to the game, I'm not trying to know what's going on. I'm not trying to understand the story.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying shooting things in the head. And if that is what you want from a video game, Destiny is bar none one of the best that does it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Its designs for its characters are really good in that regard. The way the weak spots, all of that stuff. I love the numbers popping, like all of it is brilliant. But the story is just so boring and bland, and I don't know how long it's going to keep me. But we are putting it out there right now. We want to raid. And not only raid the new raid, we want to do the old raids as well. So if you are somebody, yeah,
it is free. The base game is free to play. Everything up to Forsaken.
Cross progression, very important.
Cross progression, yeah. So if you have a character on PC or PS4,
PlayStation, yep,
you could just bring that character over to Xbox. We
and
could
raid
run the old raids if you want some of that gear just to have the cosmetics and whatnot. We could do it.
No, we can. We want to. And we're gonna set it up for a Saturday, I believe. It won't be this week. I've got a crazy month going on. I will let you guys know next week. I think we're gonna try and do. I don't know what my date's like. Maybe the 9th or the 16th.
Okay.
Maybe, but that's no promises. We will see, and I'll let you guys know next week. But yeah, me and Crash want to raid. We will do one on squad for Forsaken as well. Not Forsaken, for Shadowkeep as well. So if you are someone that's got Shadowkeep or wants to play Shadowkeep, wants to get raid ready with us, let's do it. Like, we are looking for people. I am looking to actually play this game a little bit more than I ever did. Crash is loving it, so I'm sure he will drag me on more. So yeah, let me know if you are interested and want to play.
All the old raids, you don't need to get raid ready. They level you up to 750. That's more than enough to do all the raids.
Cool.
Most of the raids, at least. I'm pretty sure it's all of them, but...
Well, I'll be 900 by then, so that's all that matters.
900 small boy numbers.
I'll be 960 by then, so that's all that matters.
You think you will?
By then, November?
Yeah.
What are you? 9 what?
I just got 960.
Then I'll definitely get there. I'm going to make you carry me there, so yeah, definitely.
Oh man, I'm sick for the next 3 weeks.
Could you imagine? Alright, Crash, let's jump into the news. First up, Borderlands 3 Bloody Harvest trailer and release date revealed. This was playable at EGX, by the way, but I didn't see the point. Gearbox has finally revealed the release date for the upcoming Borderlands 3 limited time event, Bloody Harvest. The Halloween themed event will go live October 24th, which is in 2 days' time from we're recording it. And there's a new trailer to announce the celebration. Gearbox previously detailed the Bloody Harvest event back in September, but didn't announce a release date at the time. Bloody Harvest event will be a free update for anyone who owns a copy of Borderlands 3. Vault Hunters will start to find haunted enemies appearing in various locations. These new baddies are equipped with a new terror debuff that will affect your character's vision, gun handling, accuracy, and spread. Defeating these enemies will earn you a new limited time currency called Hectoplasm. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right.
They misspelled that. Not you, but whoever wrote that. I feel like it should be hectoplasm.
No, you might be right. Hectoplasm, that you can trade in to gain access to the Bloody Harvest map. Crash, yes, I'm in. Are you not in?
Maybe.
Come
I'm
on.
Sure you'll drag me in. I don't.
That seems cool.
Seems alright.
I'm in. I want to do it. So very much.
The Halloween event starts tomorrow. So,
Does it really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Oh, today. It might start today.
I would, but I hurt my leg. You know what I mean? My foot really hurts. Ow.
Your hand. Your hand started right now.
I got a cold, but my hand hurts and my leg hurts and my knee hurts, so I can't do it. Can't pick up the controller.
I get it. You don't want to play games with Crash.
No, I want to play Borderlands. I've got every character level 50 now, Crash.
I know. How'd you
Shut up, Crash! Shut up,
How'd you do that?
I knew you was gonna call me out. Shut up, Crash.
Fix grinded a lot to get every character to level 50, dude. He Discord called me. He was like, "Yo, Crush, I need some company.
It's gonna take me a long time, man.
I'm trying to get them all to 50. He did it in 20 minutes, guys.
I jumped into, I think his name's Nasty with double Y, stream, and he power leveled me on the Slaughter Circus or whatever it's called, and it probably took about an hour.
For all 3 characters.
Yeah, he leveled up all 3 of my characters to 50 in an hour.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Netflix is gonna do that for me, so I have all my characters at level 50. So I never play the game.
I think Tony can help you do it. Legitimately.
Tony.
So for those who don't know, if you're not in my stream, and a lot of you are not because I see the numbers, you should really come over, twitch.tv/mcfixer. Tony and Krish have this weird relationship.
Weird relationship.
They both hate each other, but they both love each other.
I don't
it's
hate
weird.
Tony.
I know you don't, but he hates you.
Dude, he just throws so much. He throws so much shade my way. I don't know why, man.
I think he's just jealous.
I think he's defending you.
Yeah.
I think he's defending you. He feels like I'm
attacking
bothering
me.
you
Yeah.
on a really personal level.
Which you are.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Don't say that, because then you're gonna get more people coming out the woodworks attacking me.
It's kind of what I want. Guys, get him. He's been bullying me and emotionally upsetting me. Crush is a bully.
Take that away.
Sorry, I apologize. I apologize. I took your line.
I don't know how they think I'm the bully in this situation. That is such an absurd statement.
I'm just a quiet streamer.
Ask Stu, who's the bully?
You can't trust that dude as far as you could throw him.
I win.
No, you do not.
Shout out to Stu.
But in all seriousness, I'm really looking forward to this event. So
I'll probably try it.
October 24th, I will be jumping in. So that's Thursday. Cool. I will be in. I will be streaming it. So catch me there. Next up, how Marvel Avengers gear works. IGN attended EGX 2019. Crash, I happen to be there too, in London, where the Virgin Media held the UK's first play of Marvel's Avengers. There was a lot of you were able to chat with Crystal Dynamics co-head. I didn't know this, Scott Amos, about gear and character appearances. Whoa. Hold up a minute.
Fix Mr. Scoop, guys.
Do you know what that tells you? That's good. I didn't read my emails. Quote: gear comes in all kinds of rarities, from common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and even beyond. Amos explained, "We're placing bets now that beyond is Crash."
Excelsior rarity.
Thank you very much. The higher rarity in the gear, the better the perks, he added. Perks are the secret to gear. Perks give you certain abilities on top of your normal player skill, and abilities that can do things like buffs for your team. These buffs could provide a health boost, damage boost, or defense increase, or quickly recharge your heroics Avengers terms for special abilities. Better gear may also have 2 perks you'll have to unlock and upgrade them to use their power. Quote: gear is part of the underneath your suit, but the visuals are separate, reveals senior producer Rose Hunt. We thought players would rather have their visuals that were pulled from the comic book or the original suits that we're making up, rather than have a bunch of attachments on the outside of it, making them look not as cool. I'd like to interject here real quickly before I finish that. I call bullshit. You went to monetize the suits, which is fine. But don't try to gloss it up with anything else. Alright? This was a financial decision, nothing else.
I don't think it was only financial.
We'll get to that in a second. Last quote we have here: when you scale up or level up gear, there's definitely going to be some different visuals for VFX, says Hunt. Generally, it's going to feel like a celebration. It's going to have probably some different animation at different times. Does this do anything for you on a base level? Does it get you more excited for the game? Does it decrease your hype?
This is
exactly what it's expecting.
Everything I was expecting.
Cool.
Because we talked about it a while ago. How I was like, we didn't talk about it on the podcast, but how I mentioned like this is probably just going to be Marvel Heroes from a 3D perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just
after playing it. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah. So.
For good and worse. The one thing I will say is I definitely think it is. Like, I understand that the different pieces of gear, they could have done the job and made them look cool. And then made you want to piece up different pieces of gear and make Hulk look amazing and stuff like that. But I generally think it's more a case of, how are we going to monetize this game beyond this? Okay, let's make it so the pieces are not the priority for monetization, because that would be pay to win.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is it gives us a way to... Because not being funny, if they can't monetize suits, if they do the piece gear, but they can if they do it the other way around.
No, there's ways to do it. You can make it so you could still transmog every piece of gear, and you can only get certain gear by buying it.
Okay, yeah.
You could definitely monetize it in other ways. I think this is like purely a thing of because people talk about all the time in RPG. They don't want to be defined by how they look by the stats.
Yeah.
And this would be a case while you're leveling up, like in Destiny, when you're leveling up, you look like a mess.
I look amazing. Whoa! I look amazing.
Not you specifically. You're playing a warlock. A warlock is basically a onesie. You got a good chest piece, your warlock looks cool.
Do you not think my warlock looks cool? He has like a submarine hat on, and he's sick. He looks
cool.
sick.
Definitely, that's definitely a word somebody would use to describe your warlock.
I would, me. I love him.
I would describe him as a warlock.
I call him Chris Jr.
Like the worst possible thing to say. You know, my kids will be uglier than me, so that is a true fact.
Carry on.
Yeah. So while you're leveling up, your character looks like nothing's cohesive, and I think that's kind of what they wanted to avoid. Not saying microtransactions weren't sort of on their mind as well.
I definitely was.
Like that's more than likely on their mind as well. Like we could do it this way, and then it's also easier to push microtransactions on top of that.
I can totally see Haley paying out a ton of money for this on like Iron Man. Yeah, totally. I totally can. It scares me. It scares me.
Don't let her play the game. Tell her it got cancelled.
Okay, Chris. Okay. Yeah, okay. What, and then you'll grass me up?
Absolutely. I'm trying to get on Haley's good graces so she lets us go on a dinner date.
We're never going on a dinner date. Anyway, next
chat
up.
Everybody listening, everybody watching, one day Fix will go on a dinner date with me.
Never.
You might not realize he's on a dinner date with me. We'll be on a dinner date.
Never. Next up, NBA 2K20 is the best-selling game of September 2019, immediately becoming the best-selling game of 2019. NBA 2020 also marked the best launch month sales for any sports game in history, what was led by NBA 2K19. Before I carry on, Crash, do you remember on Twitter when there was a hashtag going around saying boycott NBA?
Yeah.
Good to see those fans did that, right?
Honestly, a lot of them probably did, but you don't know what it is?
No, they didn't.
Okay,
they
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt,
I'm
you
not.
don't know what it is.
They're fucking bullshitting liars.
Can you let me speak?
Sure.
Or are you going to keep interrupting me to talk some ish about some people who play NBA?
I play NBA.
Let's go back to the statement you just made. You spineless bat?
No. Funny enough, I said I don't care about all these problems. All the problems of the game, I don't give a crap because I wanted that story. I got the story. It was average.
That's all. It was average. Not even good. It was just average.
It was average.
Okay.
I just found I found it very interesting that there was a huge. I remember Toxic Chris coming in and being like, "Bro, you seeing this? People asking this guy to be sacked." And then, but it's so dumb.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, but it is the vocal minority. This happens all the time in so many different stuff.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It annoys me so much because stuff like this then happens. You're like, yeah, it's good to see you all stuck by your message.
Yeah. To be fair, even if a good number of them did, they're the vocal minority. The game would still sell like crazy. And who makes it? 2K. 2K would be like, oh, okay, what we're doing still works.
It's Zion. Zion is the one that sold all these games. Facts. Who? Zion Williams? You don't know who that is?
Basketball player?
Yeah, it's a basketball player. Don't worry. The MPD group published this month's report sales. This is in the US, Crash.
Okay.
Very important for me to tell you this. So, number 1, NBA 2K20. Number 2, Borderlands 3. Number 3, FIFA. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda. Shut up. Number 5, Madden NFL 2020. Sorry, NFL 20. Number 6, Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Disappointing, guys. America, do better.
Number 7, Gears 5. Number 8, Code Vein. Number 9, NHL 20. Number 10, Mario Kart 8.
What are you guys doing?
What are you on today? Yo, where's Red Dead? Where's GTA?
Oh, dude. There's no Red Dead orgy. Oh my god, I missed that.
America, you fucking up the system, bro. Don't like
America,
that.
you're doing good. Don't give Rockstar any more of your money.
They've got plenty of it. Don't worry.
I'm saying, like, let them do some goodwill with their consumers instead of trying to charge you so you can play online.
Look. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Next up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare will have a battle pass instead of loot boxes. In a newly published blog post, Activision announced its, quote, introducing a new battle pass system, and not a loot box system, to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The news comes after Infinity Ward announced the studio is not developing a loot box system for Modern Warfare, despite rumours and leaks suggest otherwise. Quote, there will be both a free stream and a premium stream of content in the Battle Pass system in Modern Warfare. New base weapons will be earned through gameplay, simply by playing Modern Warfare. Functional attachments for base weapons can be unlocked through gameplay as well, just like in the game's beta. Was you worried? I know you're looking forward to Call of Duty this week.
No. People made a whole stink about this before it was even confirmed that it was having loot boxes. I think there was a quote-unquote leaked image of loot boxes.
Quote-unquote, yeah.
Yeah, because it could have been doctored.
It was definitely doctored.
Yeah, so, yeah, I wasn't worried about this, especially because right after they came out and they were like, we're not doing a loot box system. And I don't know.
This is the best way to go about it, though, right? Like,
Absolutely.
as much as I don't care about Ghost Recon as much as I wish I would, I like the fact they added a battle pass in. I actually like a battle pass where it's like, this is what you get for free, and if you want this stuff underneath, you have to pay and play the game. I actually quite like that.
Yeah, and you still get, even if you're playing the free version, you still get rewarded with stuff. So
free version, you paid £60 for the game. Careful. I'm trying to save you here. Careful.
No, you're the only person who would make that argument. It is a free version.
There's plenty of people who would make that argument.
It's the free version. Okay. It's not the free version of the battle pass. Yes.
Yeah, of the battle.
They
You
don't
didn't say
have to
that.
give you
You didn't say that. You said the free version
that's
of the
what I
game.
meant.
It's not what you said.
I didn't say the game.
You said the game.
Roll it back.
I can't. We're live. We're not live. We're still recording like normal. I can't roll it back. I can't clip this, unfortunately.
We'll see.
We will see. Neither of us will see because neither of us. We're both lazy and we'll not go back and check this.
I'll go back and check it.
Okay, cool.
Proving myself right is one of my favorite pastimes. If I'm wrong, you won't hear about it.
Just time code all this. Jesus Christ, you're useless. Yeah, I mean, I'm still boycotting Call of Duty, so that's all that matters.
You're going to an event for Call of Duty. Right?
Oh, Chris! That's very true. That's very true. I'm supposed to be going to an event for Call of Duty. Yes.
Interesting.
Well, what's interesting about it?
I'm not saying anything.
No, please feel free. What?
No, I'm not. I wanted to clarify for the viewers that you were going to an event for Call of Duty. Can I not do that?
I want to clarify. I want to clarify for the viewers, as I always have done, and I've said on my stream multiple times and on this podcast. Okay. I will not be buying the new Call of Duty.
Okay, I didn't.
With my hard-earned money.
Okay.
If you catch me playing that game, it's because either my game sharer bought it, or the game was provided for me via Activision.
Okay.
I will not be buying Call of Duty.
Okay. I never assumed you would be. I just wanted to clarify one fact.
That's got nothing to do with me. I'm working. That's outside of me. I didn't get invited to an event. I am working with someone who is at an event, and I'm working for them for full currency. Yeah, well, you didn't make it sound like that, did you, Crash?
I'm not.
Did you?
I didn't even know you were going with someone for someone.
Exactly.
I didn't know that because you never let me know that.
I didn't know you was my mom. I didn't know I had to tell you everything.
You do.
Oh, okay. Well,
over a dinner date.
I'm done.
This Saturday?
I'm done. Update to the Outer Worlds. It will now have a PS4 Pro and Xbox One X enhancements. If you missed this beforehand, Private Division, I think, said that it wouldn't have a Xbox One enhancement. It wouldn't have a PS4 Pro enhancement, only Xbox One X. Private Division have offered an update regarding 4K implements into the Outer Worlds. Contrary to previous reports, Private Division confirmed on Twitter that Outer Worlds will indeed have a 4K resolution on the PS4 Pro and not just on the Xbox One X, while the Xbox One X version of Outer Worlds will include a native 4K resolution and textures. The PS4 Pro will upsample the game to 4K from 144p. There you go. Happy? Yep. Everyone? You got what you wanted. You was all angry about how it wasn't going to be there and it was unfair. They listened. There you go. Still not as good because the PlayStation 4 Pro can't do native, but sure. There you go.
Weird flex. How are you humble bragging on the phone for
How
Microsoft right now?
I'm pointing out facts. All I'm doing is putting out facts.
I don't know. That sounded like quite the humble brag. Can't do native 4K.
Well, it can't.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Well, I'm just letting you know it can't do native 4K.
I understand, but you like elongate your words. You say them in like a weird tone, as if you're mocking. I remember yesterday on your stream, you were like, yo, you guys don't play PlayStation? Still listen to my Xbox and me, and now you're making fun of them.
I'm not making fun. I'm pointing out facts. I'm allowed to be factually right.
Okay. It's factually right, I guess. I haven't seen it before.
Games with Gold this month. Tembo the Elephant, the Badass Elephant, October 1st to October 31st. Friday the 13th, from October 16th to November 15th.
Woo! Fix's favorite game.
Disney's Bolt, October 1st to October 15th. And Ninja Gaiden 3 from Razor's Edge from October 16th to October 31st. Yes.
Are we going to do a Friday the 13th game night? Me, you, some popcorn.
No. I'd rather play Dead by Daylight on PC.
What?
I'd rather play Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight's a good game.
Yeah, it is. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Especially on PC.
You don't want to play it again.
That's not true.
Yep. Ask Fix, and Fix is like, I don't do horror games.
That literally doesn't sound like me at all, Crash. I love horror games.
What's the last horror game you played?
Blair Witch.
You beat it?
No, not yet.
When did you play it?
Probably about 2 weeks ago. By play it, I mean I turn it on and then turn it back off.
Okay, fair enough.
So does that count as playing it?
I mean, why not? I could let it count. Like I have no horse in this race. I have no skin in this game.
You have no skin in this game. No horse in this race. Okay, cool. Let's plug and get ourselves out of here. A weird end to this show. What you got to plug this week, Crash?
Twitch.tv/Crashnick and Twitter.com. If you go on that and search up at Crashnick. I always forget. No, so I forget how the URL works on Twitter. Is it just / and then username?
Yeah, /username. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how it works. That's what always catches me off when I do that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, can anyone help fix my Twitter? Has anybody had? I told you.
Oh, it's still going on.
I can't. So when I at people, it doesn't come up with the people I follow straight away. It will come up with so many random people first. If anyone knows how to fix this on Twitter, please let me know, because it is bugging me. It bugs me so much.
Do they have to be mutually following you?
No, like, dude, I literally, if I want to tweet you, I have to literally put in at Krishnik plays for your name to pop up. You know, like if I just put Krishnik, it would pop up. Like if you put in MC, if you go at MC, I will pop up because we tweet to each other so much. Like, no, nothing pops up. It's so annoying. Someone help me fix my Twitter, please. I beg. But you can follow me everywhere at MCFixer. Yeah, I've got patreon.com/MCFixer. I will be coming up with a ton of new content. Working with Mr. Midas, as I've said. Also doing some other stuff. I've done this with this new thing where for the vlog, instead of vlogging like I usually was, like, what's going on, guys? Like, Haley, I've got this wireless mic. So Haley sort of just documented my whole journey at EGX. So I'm currently recording that, which was cool because we caught some really cool moments during that. Yeah, I mean, just keep it locked on youtube.com/MCFixer. So I would appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Until then, I will love you, leave you, and see you all later.
Bye.
Goodbye.